Jessie, I've done it, I've made it, Jessie. Yo, Mr. White, what have you made, Mr. White? Jessie, come here, look. Mr. White, is this the methamphetamines? No, Jessie, it's even better, Jessie. I've made the best Elden Ring YouTuber ever. Big Don Tom, Jessie. Hello, my beloved troglodytes. It's me, Big Don Tom, and if you didn't catch from that intro, today I'm going to be beating Elden Ring as Walter White. And before we get started with this video, let me just say, shout out to everyone who fucking beat me to this bullshit. I was sat in my room, I was like, oh my god, that's an amazing idea because of crystal weapons. Googled it, and everyone and their mother has beaten me to this bullshit, so let's fucking get to it. And I think as far as Walter White can go, my Walter White is pretty accurate. And just like every single other Elden Ring run, I immediately pick up the finger. There's a Breaking Bad joke somewhere in here. I then game in myself because that last joke was so unfunny. Grabbed me flasks and made it to Limgrave. Hey look, it's the really unimportant church that I physically can't stop myself from mentioning. I then found Skylar White and she gave me my 1986 Fleetwood Boulder. That's what the van from Breaking Bad's called, for the record. And of course I didn't come into this ship blind. I have a plan, a devious little scheme I've been brewing. So I, stopped by Rog, because we like Rog around here. She's never really important, but she's here. Say hi to Rog, comment hi Rog. And then take the secret path round Stormveil so I can get to the Learning of the Lakes, where don't worry, I remember to grab the tier this time. And I go straight to the Alberneric village, where Melly's there for some fucking reason. She wants to take me to the round table hold. I say no, because I'm not personally ready yet. And there it was. On the ground. The meth sword. Anyway, let's do some actual productive shit instead of running all the way to learning at the start of the game. Go to 4 Height where I get murdered, get my medallion, and then get my revenge. Then I go pick up the axe talisman because it is genuinely one of the best talismans in the game and you can just grab it in fucking Limgrave. Miyazaki said cry me a river and I did, so I got these 2 tears from it. And what's the point of some tears if I don't have a physics? So I immediately go pick that up as well, along with the Tear of Miracle. Oh look, a little magical portal. Who could have seen this coming? And you already know we said hi to Garank because we love Garank. Tried to get down the side of Garank's gaff, but I died, but I did make it in the end and get the Dragon Crest Shield Talisman. Because damage negation is always good, and always will be. Now, long-time troglodytes know straight where we're going. The ball grinding spot. For more information, Google Alberneric grinds balls. Hot and steamy. I was so shit at cheesing the Knights Cavalry that God had mercy on me and saved me from death, and then smited the Knights Cavalry so I could have my juicy runes. I then realized my ass was practically naked, so I decided I was gonna go grind my second piece of armor, because technically I already have pants. So I went and killed this pumpkin head fella. And because apparently I miss grinding Wandering Nobles, shout out to my Can You Beat Elden Ring as a Wandering Noble video, I decided I was gonna go kill them all again and again and grind for a fucking super rare drop. And you'll never believe this, my beloved troglodytes, but I got the super fuck off rare shit sword first. And because apparently one sword wasn't enough, God decided to give me another one. If only this was the Wandering Noble run, this would have made my life so much easier. But lucky for me, I did get the hat like immediately after this. But don't worry, my beloved troglodytes, for the grinding is not quite over, because I wanted to get my chest armor as well. I have to kill these like little grunt fellas for it, it's white, it's close enough. But thankfully, luck was actually on my side, and I got this within 2 minutes. And if this isn't a one-to-one to Walter White's outfit, then I ain't Big Don Tom. I then finally let Skylar White, take me to the round table hold, Anyway, that's enough beating around the bush. Let's go do something actually productive. Went for a little magical mystical portal, and peep this, my beloved troglodytes. There's a little shortcut here that you can just like jump and run, whatever the fuck. You look at the screen. I'm kind of just waffling so I can show the entire thing. I used the shortcut to go straight and grab the key. And you already know, my beloved troglodytes, that while we were in the area, I went straight to my main man EG, because I love EG with all my heart and soul. But sadly, I'm a broke little bitch boy, so I went and grinded my ball for a little bit, just so I had barely enough to go upgrade all my shit. And then, my beloved troglodytes, I decided to go do something infinitely more productive and go fight Morgott, because apparently I haven't fought a fucking boss yet and I've been playing for 2 hours, so woohoo, Morgott time. Transition. I love this weapon. It's so cool. Right, I'm a sucker for a nice blue weapon, especially when it's unique and a little magical. But the stance damage that this boy does? Immaculate. The spin's fun to use. I quite like this weapon. First impressions, good impressions. Hey, look, it's the part of the video where I obligatorily go to the Weeping Peninsula, because I fucking hate this tree apparently, and I have to kill him so I can get the 2 tiers he drops. The Opaline Bubble tier and the Crimson Burst tier, because they're my favorite ones in the game. Like, what the fuck else do you expect me to say? I recalled that my dad left me and I cried a couple tiers. Luckily, I could use them to upgrade my flask though. I went to Caelid because I wanted to go get the Crystal Spear. So I went to this like Celia town and lit all the lights that need to be lit there. Grabbed the tier, ignored the dying woman. Anyway, I have to go into like this little secret tunnel that's just here. If you didn't know it was here, now you know it's here. Good job. In my notes, all I wrote was bullshit death. I don't know if it's bullshit or not. I haven't looked at it yet. Hey, look, it's the spear I came here for, and I definitely didn't get lost for like 10 minutes. You have no way of proving that? And you already know that I did a little bit of ball grinding and then upgraded this weapon straight away. Hey, look, it's finally time for us to go to Stormveil Castle. It only took us multiple hours. Stormveil's literally just Stormveil. I don't know what you expect me to say here. There's this gay guy, he opens the gate. But did you know you can actually take this lift and skip a pretty sizable chunk of Stormveil? For this information, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I want to go bully someone who's obviously weaker than me, so I'm going to go kill Godfrey now. Transition. I prefer the sword, quite frankly, so I think I'm going to stick with that, because it seems a lot stronger, and I am a coward and like using strong weapons. If you have a problem with that, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Anyway, with all that useless bullshit out of the way, I decided to do something actually productive and actually entertaining. I went and spoke to Raya the Scout. Woohoo! We love Raya the Scout on the Big Don Tom YouTube channel. So of course I immediately go to the prawn guy, but I don't actually kill him, because we like the prawn guy as well around here. Because his like little consumable is cheap as fuck and one of the best in the game. I do take the necklace back though and give it to Raya, because, you know, progression. And because Walter White missed being a chemistry teacher, he decided to go back to school. But unfortunately, this wasn't even a real school. It was like some off-brand magic school. So Walter White decided to dismantle it from the inside out. Red Wolf of Radahn? More like Red Wolf of Rad is gone, because he is dead now and not Rad. Anyway, time to go kill Moongrum. Should I call him Moongrub? Because squishing him was as easy as squishing a little grub. Now let's go murder Rennala, because literally no one is now standing in our way, so we can go do that. Well, wasn't that easy, my beloved troglodytes? Who would have thought that this bitch was such a pushover? And can we talk about the insane amount of stance damage that this little short sword does? Hey, it's time for us to go do something better. Woohoo, Bellum Highway time. Woohoo, I love Bellum Highway. Grab the tier that's here, get to the lift, and realize I completely forgot to grab my medallion. So of course, you know, I immediately go to Fort Faroff, whatever the fuck it's called, I don't give a shit. Grabbed my medallion. And I was sick of never having any fucking stamina, so I went and I got the green turtle talisman, because stamina regeneration is fire as hell. And then realized I needed a talisman pouch for that, so I went and spoke to the old woman and stole one from her. Then I actually hoisted my little medallion, and then pulled up to Altus Plateau, where Raya the Scout was waiting for me, and she actually grabbed my hand, and I blushed a little bit. She decided that she was going to take me to Volcano Manor, where I immediately ran and lied to Tanif's face because I wanted to get the key. And real troglodytes already know why we're here. You can already guess what we're about to do. If you guess going to the super important bridge, you would be correct. There must be some lore implications saying they gave this bridge a whole ass cutscene. But alas, I jest, because I'm actually here to kill a godskin, because I fucking hate them. And of course, I'm going on the sticks, so the godskin immediately perishes just from the sheer fear of seeing me. Last, I have jested again. The real reason I came here was to get absolutely stoned, specifically Somber Stones 5 and 6, and 7. And of course, I then immediately upgrade my weapon, but then I decided that that wasn't enough, so I also went back to Caelid, so I could pick up Somber Stones 8 and 9. And of course, I then immediately upgraded my weapon again. And I didn't just upgrade this weapon for nothing, because it's time for us to go to Redmane Castle, because it's time for the Radahn Festival. Woohoo, I love the Radahn Festival. I love all the quirky little characters like Woman, who's definitely not a doll, Blythe the half-wolf, half-man, and Alexander Iron Fist Warrior Jar. Don't tell the others, but he's my favorite. Anyway, let's go fight Radahn. It's not like I died to Radahn. What the fuck do you mean I died to Radahn? I'm taking that fight out of the canon, but this one is real, so transition. Who would have guessed that a +9 weapon would make Radahn a lot easier? Ignore the fact I died once. I said goodbye to Blythe and the Jarry Boy, because, you know, gotta respect the gang. And then I headed back to Altus Plateau, where I picked up all the seeds, all 4 of them. I know a lot of seeds. I then bullied Morgott because he was an easy target, smaller and weaker than me. He did die, unfortunately, though. But more importantly than all of that bullshit, I found the crab guy. Woohoo, I love the crab guy. I bought some crab from the crab guy. Hey, look, it's the tree sentinel. He doesn't know he's a mid-ass filler boss who isn't getting put in this video. Haha. Everyone point and laugh at him. Haha. Unfortunately, Scarlet White did not like that joke at all, and she also found about like my meth habits and whatnot, and I was making meth. So she decided to completely abandon me and go live for a tree or something. I then murdered the shit out of this tree because Miyazaki felt pity for us little plebeians. He decided to give us a tree with a really obvious weakness to fire that isn't even really that strong in the first place, that gives you a fuck ton of runes. And obviously we're in Leyndell now, so you know what we're here to do. We're here to go kill the gold guy, the Godfrey. Transition. Well, wasn't that easier shit again? I think this weapon's actually just really, really good. Or maybe using daggers just made me appreciate an actual sword a little bit more. Everyone has their vices in life. Unfortunately, I have a vice in mine. I can't resist the urge to do his quest line. But Ray then told me to go kill Mr. Beast, and I'm much obliged. Because I don't think Walter White would politically agree with Mr. Beast. And then go back to Ray, and he's like, hey man, go get me the blood of a woman. And I'm like, I guess okay, I've done worse. Walter White's made meth, you think he'd be against stealing a woman's blood? I don't know, I have haven't watched the show, you comment below. But Ray was very happy with my work, so he decided to break my finger and give me a cool little crest, which I immediately used to teleport to Mogwin's palace, where the first thing I do is find the ancient somber smithing stone because I want to get my little weapon to +10. Quite frankly, Trogs, I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of this talisman because I can't, but it does give holy damage negation. I also went to the bird spot to get a couple of levels before I went and fought Morgott. Hey, my beloved troglodytes, would you look at the time? It's time for us to go put Morgott down. Transition? Who would have guessed a weapon that does pretty good stance damage would absolutely decimate Morgott? Me, I guessed that, and anyone who's played this game that has half a brain would have guessed that. The tree politely declined my offer, but hey look, Skylar White's back and she told me to go to the mountaintops of the giants. And you know that's exactly what I did. Play my speedrun music. Door, lift, talisman, lift, forbidden lands, lift, mountaintops of the giants. If you're a dedicated troglodyte, you already know what we're about to go do. Exactly, we're gonna go do the epic shortcut that I'm gonna show you how to do, the viewer at home. If you jump off of this ledge and land on this tree, you can then jump off the tree again and actually just land on the castle. Then you can just go get the lift and you can just skip basically the entire castle. But be careful because even I, a professional, can die and fall trying to do the shortcut. I quickly grab some bewitching branches. Let's go kill this fucker. Right, if you just keep a reasonable range of this boss right, he just does the same two attacks over and over again and they're both really easy to dodge. You just have to watch out for like the one roll catch stab he does and you'll be fine. This boss is not that hard. I say that as someone who struggled very much with him on my first couple tries. Now he's dead and we're happy we can go grab the medallion that's here. I also went back to the Elden Ring village to get the other half of the medallion. But you know what that means, my beloved troglodytes? It means I can finally go hoist my secret medallion. We can make it to the secret path to the Haligtree. Hey look, fog. Hey look, less fog. Hey look, a quaint little town. Lighting all the lights in this town isn't really hard if you just know the route, so I just light them all and move on with my life. Hey look, a magical mystical portal. I wonder where this could take us. The Haligtree, obviously. Nothing ever fucking happens in this tree, right? It's for such an hyped up area, like the hardest area of the game. You know where the hardest boss in the game is? There's fucking nothing here. There's this lift that we're gonna take, and hey look, it's time for us to go kill Loretta. Unfortunately, Loretta did kill me first, but don't worry, I came back and got my revenge, and she is now dead and in the ground. So I continued on to the base of the Haligtree. Well, can we be quite frank, did any of you care about this like running through bullshit? Nothing fucking happens. I'm gonna cut to the swamp, because the swamp's kind of interesting. It's rotten. And now I'm gonna cut to me getting the talisman. The Dragon Shield Great Talisman, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's the best damage negation talisman in the entire game. Anyway, let's go to the mountaintops of the giants, because that's where we're meant to be anyway. Went into this church, grabbed a tear, ran through a little more, nothing really important happened. Did find this blood guy, murdered him and got the tear behind him. You know what, troglodytes? I like you, all 560 of you, or however many I have when this video comes out. I'm gonna save you some time here. I'm not gonna show you the fire giant fight, just because it's boring. Just fucking takes like 10 minutes every single time. So anyway, here's me killing him. But unfortunately, Skylar White had to sit through an entire fire giant fight. And you know, having a husband who's a meth dealer, she can accept. Having a disabled child, that's fine by her. But the fire giant fight was where she draws the line and where her will to live just completely vanishes. So she set herself on fire. But this did for some reason teleport me to Farmer Azula. Farmer Azula? More like Farmer, a waste of time. The way this is the worst fucking place in the entire game. You know who's here? You know what dickhead's here? The fucking Godskin Duo. You know who I can't stand? The Godskin Duo. Let's go kill the Godskin Duo. But you're not gonna believe this. Walter White's best friend, Gustavo Fring, is actually here to help us with the Godskin Duo boss fight. As always, my beautiful and beloved trogs, you already know my opinion on the Godskin though. I think they should be removed from the game, and I don't even mean that as a joke. Rather fix them and make them actually fun to fight, or remove them altogether. You know, they don't call me an Elden Ring professional for nothing. Just look at this clip. Farmer Azula's boring as shit, and nothing ever happens here, so, hey look, it's the Tree Sentinel. Hey look, it's the dead Tree Sentinel. I'll edit his fight when Miyazaki puts some respect on my boy's name and gives him a boss mode. And you know what that means, my beloved troglodytes. It's time for us to go kill Maliketh. Woohoo! Transition? Maliketh needs to be put on fraud watch for being a cowardly ass little bitch boy. Like, holy shit, why does he have to run away so much? Why is he just programmed to be a coward? Hey, look, the Rune of Death is unbound. Woohoo, Ashen Capital time, woohoo, we're in the Ashen Capital, woohoo. And you know who's in the Ashen Capital? Sir Gideon Alfnir the All-Knowing. Did you know that you can just hit him out with every single spell he does? And I was overthinking this boss fight the past 100 times I've done it. You can literally light attack him, he will get stunned, and he will just stop casting the spell he's doing. You can just slow walk this motherfucker down and do this fight basically hitless. How about we go fight an infinitely cooler boss, Godfrey. Now, Godfrey doesn't need to be on fraud watch, but I do. I died 3 times to him. But then, this happened. Transition. Godfrey will forever be my favorite ever boss fight in the entire game. I fucking love that guy. But unfortunately, he's dead now. We killed him, so it's time to go fight the final boss of Elden Ring. Woohoo! I did unfortunately die once. I always die once on the final boss. You think I'd learn him by now? But anyway, this happened. And because I've decided that this is canon to the Breaking Bad universe, this canonically makes Walter White stronger than the Elden Beast. Anyway, here's, the necessary stuff, like here's how long it took to beat the game. Took just about 6 hours, which isn't too bad. Here's my equipment I used if you're interested in replicating this. And here's what my stats look like by the end of the game. Woohoo. Anyway, thank you for all the support from last video. That shit was so fire. Every single time one of you clicks that subscribe button, I smile. But enough of me, gushing about how great you all are. Did you know Aaron Paul went to the fucking premiere of Fallout New Vegas? That is so fucking cool. I didn't realize he had swag like that, quite frankly, but apparently he does. But anyway, my beautiful and beloved troglodytes, thank you for watching another video. If you've made it this far, like, subscribe, and leave a comment so I know to make more videos and I don't give up. Anyway, watch the roads, don't get run over, and see you all next time.